Alright, this will run you through the standard audit document and how to do it. And so as you look, I have the document open in my Google Drive. If you want others to be working on it at the same time, there's a share button up in the right hand corner. Hit share, type in their emails, make sure they have edit privileges, hit done, and they should have it within their Google Drive as well. And so I have this document open. I also have a copy of the just music standards from the National Core Art Standards. Now remember that Minnesota is kind of in that 1 year wait period on the art standards, so these standards technically are not adopted by Minnesota, but in music the standards are a local decision, so you can choose to go with these or go with the ones from like 2004 or whatever on the MDE website. But the spreadsheet document aligns with the National Core Standards. So if you're going to use the ones on the Department of Ed website, this document will not work. But for sake of the national standards, use the spreadsheet. And so how it's set up, first, how do I get this? This is on the nationalartsstandards.org website, or if you just Google National Core Art Standards, this will come up. And if you scroll down to the bottom at Standards at a Glance, I can get the art standards. So here's music, here's harmonizing instruments, composition and theory, traditional and emerging ensembles, and then music technology. So for the sake of this demonstration, I've just clicked on music, and what you get is the music standard here all throughout. And we'll go through that document real quick. And so back to this document and how it's set up. So your music at a glance standards is what the first one is there, is right here. Okay, and if we scroll down, here's your composition and theory strand, here's your music technology strand, harmonizing instruments, and then traditional emerging ensembles. And so as we scroll down, and we can see those other strands. The numbers basically stay the same for each strand, so that's why it was done this way. You have your grade levels on the left hand side, you have your standard number on the top, and so which is actually opposite of what this document looks like, but it's done this way for a couple reasons. Is because when we look at standards, we call horizontal alignment looking throughout your grade level. So kindergarten, you could see all of kindergarten going horizontally, and so we didn't want to mix up that verbiage, and so there's horizontal. And then vertical alignment is kind of sticking a pin through K through 12, or in this case pre-K through 8, and seeing what standards are being hit, where do we have gaps, things like that, and we'll talk about that here as we go along. So what we have, if we look back at the standards document, is in music we have, if we look at the number MU, which stands for music, and so that in this document is already given in this top row, music, and so there's no need to add music to the number here. Then we have CR 1.1.PK. So what PK stands for at the end is pre-K, which is given here. So therefore not necessary to put on the top. And so what we're looking for is MU CR11 or 1.1A in pre-K is right here. CR11 in pre-K. And then you read it with substantial guidance, explore and experience a variety of music. And so with this one, what we do with the colors is if you assess it, and I'll send a document with this in it as well, but if you assess it and teach it, it is green. Okay? If you teach it but don't assess it, and so maybe you cover it or you just hit on it, yeah, we do it, but we don't assess it, it's yellow. If you don't do anything with it, it is red. Okay? And the black means it's not called for in your grade level. So for instance, CR 3.1B doesn't start until 6th grade. And so with some of the standards documents, what we've been doing is actually, if you do it, but it's not called for in your grade level, we've changed it to blue. And then what blue tells us is that we are supporting that. We're not supposed to, or we don't have to, but we support it until we get to 6th grade when we're supposed to teach it and assess it. So that is that piece on the colors. So green, teach and assess. Yellow, I teach it, I touch it. Red, nothing, I don't do anything with it. And then you can add in blue as being the, yeah, I do it, it's not called for, but I do it anyway. And just a word of note on assessment, it doesn't have to be a paper or pencil assessment. It could be, for this one, with substantial guidance, explore and experience a variety of music. With something like this, it's more of a personal assessment upon yourself. Yeah, do we do it? Yes, we do a really good job at this. No, we don't. Okay, some of them, as you get into more of the student-driven type of things, those can be assessed. You can assess students on those things. But again, it doesn't have to be a paper and pencil assessment. It could be that formative assessment. It could be any type of assessment. You could hearing, describing, whatever. But just keep that in mind, that assessment doesn't necessarily mean paper and pencil assessment. So that maybe helps some of your yellows turn to green too, with that type of explanation. And so as we go on to the document CR1B, so here's CR 1.1B right here. With guidance, generate musical ideas such as movements or motives. And so if you look at that one doesn't start till kindergarten. You don't have to do that in pre-K. That's why it's black. You'll notice that right here. It doesn't start till kindergarten. So we can, if we do that, we turn the box green. And as somebody who's maybe a K3 teacher or K5 teacher, and you do that, you can take this little box here and just drag it all the way down. It makes the whole row red or yellow. So I'll show you here again. So see, this row's yellow. Now it's red. Kind of a quick way to do it versus box by box. And then you get into the composition and theory strand, same concept. Green, yellow, red, and again you can add blue. Then you'll notice the black strands here on a couple of these that they're not called for in that strand. So you can see that there. Hopefully that was a good enough explanation and get you going. Again, you can stop and replay. It's a video, so you can stop, replay this video as you please. So if you have any other questions, please just let me know, or if you want me to come meet with your PLC and walk them through the process the next time, give me a heads up, see if it works into my schedule, and then I can come up and walk you through that process. So hopefully that helps, and good luck.